What's up, everybody? Today I'm going to show you guys how to make one of my all-time favorite breakfast recipes, my protein overnight oats. So it is finally warm here in Arkansas. I have been waiting for the warm weather. Spring is here, summer's coming, and I don't know about you guys, but whenever the warm weather comes in, I tend to gravitate more towards colder foods. So like salads, iced coffees, just things like that. And one thing that I don't necessarily want to eat is a big warm breakfast whenever it's warm outside and I'm going to be outside and all of that. So these protein overnight oats are absolutely perfect for the warm weather. They're super easy to make. You can grab them and go, or you can enjoy them at home. They sit overnight and literally do all of the work themselves. So for me personally, I love a good carbohydrate in the morning that's gonna give me fuel all day long, but I don't just wanna eat carbs all by themselves. So breakfast pastries, bagels, pancakes, waffles, all of that's great. I love those things, but I want to have some protein with mine that's going to sort of help satiate me and keep me fuller for longer. So this is sort of the perfect macronutrient combination. You get those carbohydrates in through your oats, but you also use protein powder and the protein in your milk to sort of bring the whole meal together and give you that really good macronutrient profile that's going to keep you full for a long time. I'm going to show you guys how I make mine really quick. Stay tuned because at the end I have a recipe card that's going to show you guys the ingredients that I used, the directions, and then also the macronutrient breakdown of this particular overnight oat with protein powder. So let's get started. First things first, I just want to show you guys what I am using. So as always, I am using Optimum Nutrition's Gold Standard 100% whey protein powder. This is the double rich chocolate. It's pretty much the only one that I use, but you can use whatever protein powder you like. I also have some cow's milk, so I use 1%. I think that's like sort of the perfect balance for me of fat, but still being lower in fat. And if you do not do dairy or you don't do cow's milk, you can use whatever you like, coconut milk, almond milk, soy milk, all of that good stuff. But I am just using this 1% cow's milk. And a pro tip, I am using rolled oats. So these are Bob's Red Mill. And I prefer to use these extra thick ones. So one thing with sort of your quick cooking oats is that they're gonna break down and sort of dissolve overnight, and you might just end up with mush. So if you can, try and find definitely rolled oats, and if you can find these extra thick ones, they're super delicious. They give it a lot of texture and it's really chewy, and it's gonna hold up overnight and feel like you're actually eating real food instead of just mush. So that is what I am using. Aside from that, I do have some toppings that I'm gonna add to mine. So my favorite, I like to add some raspberries, and then I also just have some pecans. Gives it a nice crunch, and I've got my trusty scale, of course. I've got a bowl here, because I'm gonna show you guys how I pour it into a bowl, teaspoon, and then my shaker bottle. So let me show you guys how I put together my protein overnight oats. So I've got my shaker bottle on the scale. I have zeroed it out, and I'm just gonna add 8 ounces of milk. Truthfully, this is kind of in the middle to me of, you know, there's some liquid left over, but it's not too soupy. So you can go up to 10 ounces, or you can drop it down to 6 if you like it to be a little bit thicker. I feel like 8 is the perfect amount. So I'm gonna zero it out again, and then I'm just gonna add a scoop of my protein powder. I use about 40 grams whenever I make a protein shake, so I do the exact same thing here. So just 40 grams of this whey protein powder, and just gonna add that. So essentially what I'm doing first is just making a protein shake, and then I will add my oats to my protein shake. So super simple. So got that on here, and I'm just gonna give it a shake. All right, and now that I've got it good and combined, just gonna take the lid off, zero it out again, and now I'm gonna add my oats. So I am gonna do half a cup of oats. That's about 48 grams. And sort of the rule of thumb here would be for every 1 cup of liquid that you would add half a cup of oats. And again, you can change that depending on how thick you like yours, but I've got 8 ounces, so about a cup in here. So I'm gonna add about a half a cup of oats here. So just add added my oats. Now all I'm gonna do is shake it up again and combine it. And then I will let this sit in the fridge overnight. As you guys know with protein shakes, once you make it, it does thicken up quite a bit. So I suggest doing it the night before and not necessarily prepping these for the entire week. By the end of the week, this would be really, really thick. So I have an example to show you guys. Let me grab that. So here is one that I made yesterday. And as you can see, compared to this one, which is really thin liquid, this one is quite thick. So it has thickened up quite a bit. I'll just throw this one into the fridge and save it for tomorrow. But here is sort of the finished product. So if you just are in a hurry and you want to grab this and go, you can literally take it as it is and just drink it. Or you can grab a teaspoon if you want to enjoy it as more of an actual oatmeal. And all you've got to do is literally just scoop and put it in there, again, using an iced teaspoon. Does everybody use iced teaspoons? Are these a Southern thing? I just thought about that. Anyways, if you use iced teaspoons, they're just a little bit longer, and you can use that to scoop your protein overnight oats out and eat them that way. Or if you have time, you can add it straight into a bowl. And as far as the little ball goes, I removed my little shaker ball after I shook it up, or you can just remove it the next day. So you can see it's nice and thick. All I'm gonna do now is add my toppings. I'm gonna add these raspberries, straight in to my bowl, and then some of my chopped pecans. And then you just eat it like this. So here is what the final product looks like. Super delicious, and I absolutely love this meal. Like I mentioned, I feel like it's the perfect amount of carbs, protein. You've got some fat in there from your milk, also from the pecans, got some good fiber from those whole grains, and that protein that's gonna keep you full for a really long time. So you guys, try this recipe out, comment below, tell me if you like it, take a picture, tag me in it, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you soon.